Hello, hello, and welcome. It's LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. This is a webinar workshop with yours truly so that you, the entire Sister Sense community, have the opportunity to talk about how you can finish this year strong and start next year even stronger. As part of our Sister Sense space, my goal is to share with you strategic things that you can do when it comes to building your digital business with clarity, confidence, and intention. So we're going to go through a series of conversations today, okay? So hopefully you have a Google Doc. Number one, I love to say open up a doc over at docs.google.com so that you can take notes, number one. And number two, as we go through all the good that I want to share with you, definitely feel free to check in with me at any time, whether it be via the chat and or unmuting yourself. And of course, those of you catching me on the replays side, you have the opportunity to participate too. You can also email me, sistersense@gmail.com, or when you're on the sistersense.com website, click the gray tab on the right to send me a voice message. So there's always an opportunity, whether you're live or on the replay side, to work through all the goods that I want to share with you with strategy and intention. So there are quite a few topics for us to go into today. And what I've done is actually created a Finish Strong doc. And as we rock out through our session, I'm going to put all my notes, links, recommendations, and resources in here. And then I'll share this particular doc with the replays later on today. So as you know, to help you grow, this is all about getting unstuck in your business so your success can stick, especially if you've been feeling confused, overwhelmed, all over the place, and you're trying to get some clarity around what you can do strategically, right? So there are a few resources that I'm going to share with you just to kind of kick off the conversation, and then we will have additional resources that I add to this list as we go. First and foremost, I have recently created the 1K Weekend Warriors community on the Skool platform, so that you can strategically work on your business in your free time when it comes to building your best online. So if you're not in the community, you can see the link on the screen, sistersense.com/myschool1, so that you can go there and share and grow with us as I go through all the good build your best digital business strategies with you, okay? And then number two, as far as resources are concerned, working through AI mastery this year for me has helped my business evolve exponentially. Like, AI is here to stay, okay? And so one of the things that I've also recently launched is the AI Mastery Sessions with Sister Sense series, so that one-on-one, outside of what I'm doing here, like these group trainings within the community, you can work with me privately so that you can work on mastering your AI skills. And you can find that details at sistersense.com/AIMS for AI Mastery Sessions. Now, we'll talk about those a little bit more detail later, but just wanted to make sure that if you are looking for additional support outside of what I share as part of the Finish Strong, Start Stronger series, you could always review these specific resources that I wanted to share with you, all right? Good stuff. Hey, Faye. Hi, Shar. Hey, Anger. Hey, Sari. I see you guys coming on into the building. Awesome, awesome. Good stuff. All right. So first thing that I'm going to drop on you is my check-in challenges, okay? So we're going to talk about finishing strong, getting unstuck. Let's go through the check-in challenges that I've created for you, okay? So these are check-in challenges. The focus here is to get unstuck so your success can stick. One of my favorite Sister Sense sayings. Now, there are a few in particular, okay? I'm going to walk you through 3 of them. The first one is the perfect $100 offer challenge. Okay? And this is kind of the heart of what I've been doing as far as the inspiration behind my 1K Weekend Warriors community. 1K is, to me, a magical number. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs who find themselves in spaces where, for many reasons, they're trying to sell low-ticket products at high volume. And baby, that is harder than most people realize, right? Most people are looking to say, hey, I want to generate 10, 15, 20K, but I've got this $7 thing, this $27 thing, right? And without having proper funnels or without having a community, established credibility, or even paid ads, they are struggling to generate consistent revenue, right, on the low ticket, high volume end, right? And then on the flip side, there are people who generate revenue through premium clients, premium contracts, speaking opportunities, but then find themselves in feast or famine situations where when the money is great, but then when the money is funny, honey, there's a problem, right? You need what I always talk about, balance. You've got to build with balance. So one of the things that I've leaned into sharing with my community is this idea of mapping out your perfect $100 offer. Because guess what? If you were to, let's just do quick math here, and I've showed you guys this before, but I'll say it again because sometimes you need to remind yourself. Remember to remind yourself of the essentials, right? If you had a $100 offer times 10 sales, that is equal to 1K, okay? Now, I want you to imagine working towards 10 sales a day of one offer. 10 sales of one $100 offer a day is $1,000, right? So what does that look like over the course of 30 days? If you are strategically working on generating $1,000 a day every day for 30 days, what does that look like for you? Well, easy math, that essentially looks like 30K in monthly revenue. Because here's the reality of the situation, okay? 10K months and six-figure sister dreams are the dreams of yesteryear. To be clear, in this economy, baby, that I need 10K a month, I need 100K a year energy, we looking at $250,000, $500,000 to be clear when it comes to living in this country, okay? And I'm just trying to keep it real with you. So whether you are in a place where you feel like you're growing in your business or you're just starting in your business, you've got to be able to strategically, right? Inflation, baby, it is no joke, Sherry, right? You've got to be able to strategically figure out how you're going to bring in sustainable revenue, how you're going to create a sustainable business, right? And so however you want to build your low ticket, I got you, right? Stuff that you sell under $100, right? $1, I got you. However you want to sell your high ticket, your 10K, 15K, 20K, 100K offers, I got you. But the middle ground, I need you to strategically work on a solid $100 offer, because that's going to be a bridge for you. And if you can even imagine just bringing in $1,000 a week from a $100 offer, bringing you an extra 4K in revenue in your business as far as your income streams are concerned. For some people, before even getting to that 30K, seeing consistent 4K supplementary income would be a big help in some way, right? So one of the challenges that I've really been leaning into is encouraging my business besties, aka you, right, to work on a perfect $100 offer. Now, with that, in the community, we have been talking about several ways to do this. One is the Build a Bundle Challenge. Okay? So being able to craft an evergreen digital product that you can offer at scale, right? And the goal is working towards 10 sales at a time, right? Because again, 10 times 100, 1,000. Just scaling gradually, right? As opposed to trying to figure out how to sell 100 different things or trying to find 100 people to buy a $7 offer. Working towards a middle ground that can work for you when it comes to sustainable revenue. Does it mean that that's the only thing that you will sell? No, not necessarily. I definitely want you to have balance where you have those higher ticket offers, right? My highest ticket offer right now is $12,000, my 1-year academy, and then having smaller offers as well, having a spectrum, but that perfect offer that's going to be able to bring you in consistent revenue, right? One of the things that we have been working on in the community is creating digital products using AI. I've been teaching y'all how to create digital products for years, right? But learning how to create digital products using AI that can enhance what you already have and being able to create a bundle that's a combination of traditional digital products, which you're familiar with, right? Traditional being like PDFs, courses, video content, audio content, things that people can print out, right? Traditional digital products, right? Versus what I'm calling new school digital products. These are custom apps and tools that you create with AI. Vibe coding, as it's called, where you're creating applications that are interactive that your audience can use and adding that onto your digital footprint, so to speak, or better phrase, your digital assets, like the things that you are offering to your audience, okay? So when it comes to you strategically, and again, let me zoom in here. When it comes to you strategically working on your business, so you feel like you are in a place where you can finish this year strong, start the next year even stronger, are you currently in a headspace where you're understanding what it takes to create sustainable revenue for your business, okay? This 1K experience that I'm talking about here isn't necessarily something that everybody's focused on. And for me, again, when it comes to 4, 5, or 6 figures plus in revenue on a monthly basis, being able to organically create offers that sell in small numbers but help you get to your revenue goals faster is why this, to me, is, I call it the perfect $100 offer, okay? So with that being said, right, and again, I'm trying to get into your head what you should be working on, what I'm gearing the community to work on, where are you with this one, number one? Okay? Those of you who are here live, you can let me know, is this something that you're thinking about based on things that we've talked about? Are you working on having something? Because for a lot of people, 100 is not a deal breaker. You know what I mean? Like, we are in a space where if somebody is serious about your particular area of expertise and they have a clear need and they're looking to gain some sort of support from you, investing in $100 is not something terribly overwhelming for them to do, right? And so as you're thinking about the kinds of digital products, the kinds of virtual experiences that you want to create, creating one solid, sellable offer at this price point is something that you should work towards. Now, those of you who are here on the path to getting clear to what that might look like for you, feel free to share something that you are looking to put together. right? A couple of weeks ago, I did an AI Profits 2-day build-a-thon. Some of you guys participated in that with me. And one of my clients in the community, she's in my 1-year program, my Tiny to Titan Academy, Erica. She was like, "Woo, girl, I was there for the AI, but I was just watching you sell." Like, I was just there observing how you sell your stuff. I came up with so many ideas, right? And so for the holiday season, one of the things that we worked on in the last couple of weeks was an offer suite that she's building up, because she's spent several years building up her podcasting community and creating a podcasting starter kit for others who want to do that. I mean, podcasting is a whole vibe. You throw, what is it? You throw a rock. Like, I feel like every other celebrity has a podcast nowadays. It used to be like just you and me, like the average entrepreneurs. Now it's like a whole thing where everybody and their mama got a podcast, right? So kind of tapping into that demand is something that she's working on at different price points, but creating her $100 podcast starter kit was something that we've worked on in the last couple of weeks, and she's launched. She's like, LaShonda, I already got like 4 people interested, which is awesome, when she launched it during our holiday promotions. So definitely feel free to check in with me, guys, as you are here and listening. Are you thinking about some sort of a $100 digital? When I say evergreen, I mean you can sell it any time of year. It's not dated, right? Where it's something where it's like, oh, let me show you how to do your taxes, right? It's like you can only sell it at a certain time. Something that's evergreen, doesn't matter what day or month or year it is something that can be sold to your target audience, okay? That's one. Challenge number 1 that I have been sharing with the community, okay? Number 1. Number 2, when it comes to finishing strong, being clear about where you are versus where you want to be, baby, the next challenge is, let's go through it, the 100 days of doing. I'm going to put, I don't know if I should put it in the front and the back. I'll put it here. The 100 days of doing commit challenge. Do at least one thing daily in your business. So when does the challenge start? It starts whenever you start it. It literally starts whenever you start it. You want to finish intentionally. One of my favorite sayings is, a little by little, a little becomes a lot. A lot of people have like a laundry list of all the things that they feel like they are not getting done. How about you just focus on one? Just focus on one. Okay, I was able to send out this email today. I was able to record some content today. And create a space where on a day-by-day basis, you're moving the needle towards your overarching goal. Now, there are many goals that you can have. Out of curiosity, when it comes to your business in the next 90 days, those of you who are here, if you don't mind, if you could share like one thing that you're trying to do in your business. Out of curiosity, I would love to know. One of the things that I've been motivated around for my 1K Weekend Warriors community, again, is strategically working on the perfect $100 project. Creating an offer that is $100, whether you have one or you don't, refining it, tweaking it, selling it, making it better. That's the thing that I've leaned into, right? Because, again, there are a lot of things you could focus on. Putting that at the top of your priority list for me would be one thing that you should do strategically, right? I'm curious to see if there's anything else on your personal agenda that matters to you when it comes to building your business, consistent revenue, that's a priority for you, okay? The idea of the 100 days of doing is chipping away at the elephantastic task of reaching those larger goals one day at a time. Okay? So I remember when I launched 1K Weekend Warriors like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, because it was a new launch, right? That week sucked. That week seriously sucked. I had some, well, let me not say that. I hate to say that it sucked because Christopher turned 19. So bless God, it was his 19th birthday that Tuesday. And that's amazing for me to be able to say I have a 19-year-old. Like, his nickname is Peanut, and he's not a peanut anymore. But it's just in the midst of celebrating his birthday, there were just so many things that were going on. Quite a few things just unexpectedly went wrong. And, he and I celebrated and, just kind of bear through, the things, right? I got to the end of that week and I was like, man, all these things that I kind of wanted to do, I felt like, somebody popped my bubble. When you like the bubble pops, you're like, you feel deflated. All these things that I wanted to do, I just didn't get to, right? So I launched the 1K Weekend Warriors because it was something that I was working towards for several months, but I kind of kept putting it off. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to invite a few of the ladies in my community to join, and I'm going to launch it as a co-working opportunity where I'm like, listen, I'm going to launch this community. I'm going to put some things in here, and as I'm working on this project, you work on something that you want to work on in your business. I called it the 11/11 co-working weekend. So as opposed to me going, I lost all this time, I did nothing, let me simultaneously motivate ladies in my community to do something while I work on this thing, right? And I'm so excited because now I'm at close to 50 members in the community. 100 is a magic number for me. I've been watching Schoolhouse. Y'all remember Schoolhouse Rock? 3 is a magic number. Dating myself as a Gen Xer, right? But 100 is a magic number for me. So I'm working towards getting my first 100 members in my community, and being close to 50 is exciting for me, right? Just launching it these last couple of weeks. That weekend, launching it, inviting people to it, putting content in it, that was a little by little, a little becomes a lot for me. What would that look like for you when it comes to what you're trying to accomplish in your business? So when I think about checking your challenges, there are 3. Hey, Tasha, I saw you. I didn't see you sneak up in here. I see you now. Welcome, welcome. When it comes to you finishing this year strong, priority challenge number 2 is being proactive in your business. And that doesn't mean you need to do 100 things every single day. Just one. Just one thing, right? If you have the bandwidth and the energy to knock out more than 1, maybe 2, okay, good for you, right? But it's better to just do a little than to go, okay, I can't do all these things, so let me do nothing. Okay? Number 2. And by the way, let me share something with you. First of all, I did mention, how many of you guys are in the community, in my new Skool community, 1K Weekend Warriors? If you go to sistersense.com/myskool, you can join. It's free to join. And then there's like a premium level with some cool things in there. Number 1, just joined. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Did you just join today or in the last week? Every day I've just kind of been proactively jumping in there and just making sure everybody's good. A few minutes ago. Oh, okay. Membership pending. Okay, so I do see some memberships pending. I try to go in there every couple of hours. Welcome to the tribe. There is, let me go there real quick. I'm on my what is this thing called? I'm on my iPad. I don't know why I could not find I couldn't find the words. Yay! Yay! I see some ladies on the training tonight, and just seeing a few of you guys in here. Is it everyone? No, I don't think it is. Welcome to the tribe, ladies. Introduce yourself and share at least one goal you have for this month. All are welcome to join in the conversation. So thank you for joining, Tasha. And just kind of wanted to kind of shout y'all out, give you an opportunity to check in there, number one. Number two, when I go back, I'm skipping ahead. When I go back to our objectives, I'm trying to keep it simple in that I want you to think about your overarching goal and then just doing something, at least one thing daily to work towards that goal. I mentioned it's free to join the community, right? And what I love about Skool, because I'm going to be sharing several resources that I've added to my business, several tools. Skool is one of them, right? And I've been quietly watching people use Skool. One of the cool things is that it's gamified, where when you engage and you interact, you get points. So you get a point every time someone likes either your comment or something that you posted, right? So if y'all are in there, you have 0 points if you just joined. But if you write something and people like it, you get points. The more points you get, the more things you get to unlock. So literally, I've put in here, let me go to the classroom real quick. I've put in here, and I'm adding new things as I go. I've put in here several things, the My One Challenge. So if you're trying to figure out your $100 offer, this challenge is going to help you get clear about that, number one. Number two, there are portals. There is a free portal, free tools portal. You get 5 points. Just you commenting and people liking the stuff that you comment, whether it be me or other ladies in the community, 5 points, you unlock the free portal. And then there's the premium portal. And then if you sign up for more detailed trainings and ongoing support and tools that I create throughout the year, you get the premium portal. So I mentioned that because one of the things that I put in the premium portal is, and let me show you it. Let me go to Sheets. This is the Weekend Warriors edition of something that I call my Cashflow Clarity Kit. The kit has several sheets in it. I want to go to the Commit Challenge sheet. I absolutely love this thing because what it is literally I've laid out 100 rows here. You can add as many as you want, right? But you can literally come here. You can change the date in here. So let's say I change this to today's date, 12/2/2025, right? It automatically changes all the other dates. And then you can just make note of what you did that day and then check it off as you go. And as you go, it's going to show you the things that you've completed. Real simple. This Cashflow Clarity Google Sheet is one of several things that you can download inside of the premium portal, because I want to make sure that I can support you when it comes to working on your business goals. And the easiest thing to do is just try to finish at least one thing every day, not rocket science, okay? It's not. I mean, there's just so many things that people try to tell you that you need to do when you feel overwhelmed and bombarded. Just strip away at the simplicity of what's one thing I can do today to work on my business. Let me contact that client. Let me finish this product. Let me launch this promotion and move forward, right? One day I'll go through, maybe later today, kind of depends on how much I get through this evening. There are lots of sheets in here that help you work on your revenue goals. There's what's a really good sheet? Number one, this allows you to list out all your assets and, what kind of, is it a low ticket, high ticket, what kind of digital product it is. Is it a physical product, a service, a subscription, licensing? Like, there's a lot of cool things in here. So you can list all your digital products. I'll go through this worksheet, if not today, at some point for you guys, but it's literally inside the premium portal. The one that I wanted to share with you outside of the commit challenge before I move forward is this one. This is the bundled offer. This baby is, to me, chef's kiss. If you're trying to map out a bundle, and now you can price your bundle at whatever you want, but building out a $100 bundle and working on refining it and presenting it to your audience, this might be a helpful sheet for you, okay? But again, if you do have questions about what you're seeing at any time, feel free to ask. But I just kind of wanted to talk to you logistically about the easiest thing you can do to go from stuck and confused to focused right now. Figure out what your personal goals are for the next 100 days. If there's one thing you could add to that list to prioritize, it's working on the perfect $100 offer that you can scale gradually, because 10 sales at a time is $1,000 in profit at a time, working towards 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and so on and so forth, okay? The second thing I said to you is there's so many things that you could possibly do, and I'm sure many of you are as busy as me, baby. Just try to intentionally commit to saying, I'm going to do at least one thing in my business strategically each day in some way, and you can use that Cashflow Clarity Google Sheet, specifically the Commit Challenge page, to work on that and just highlighting the thing that you do on a day-by-day basis. Now, where is that? Because I think I was checking in with one of the ladies earlier today about that. When you click on the premium portal, there's a starter kit in there. It tells you everything that's inside of the kit, and you'll see the Cashflow Clarity Kit is like the first thing that you can download. And I'm adding other resources as I go, okay? As I grow, as I build out this community, I'm adding other resources in here. So there's the premium portal number 1, and then there's the free prep portal number 2, which has quite a few resources in here for you. The starter guide and a few other things I'm going to be adding along the way. Okay, so one more challenge, and then we'll move on to the next thing, okay? So the next challenge that I have for you, wait, let me actually check the chat just to see. You did. You joined last weekend. You did. Just checking the chat here. The last check-in challenge that I wanted to share with you is the post-Black Friday challenge. This is proactive progress profit, and promotions. 90-day plan. Proactive progress, profit, and promotions. So, yes, when it comes to 100 days of doing, right, you want to identify your bigger business goals. Maybe one of them is working on the perfect $100 offer, right? Building it, crafting it, refining it. And let me say this. When I thought about this $100 offer, perfect is an interesting word. Sometimes there are pros and cons to using the word perfect. However, what inspired me to use it in this instance is Russell Brunson. I don't know if anyone here familiar with Russell Brunson. He's the creator of ClickFunnels. He's been around in the digital marketing space for many, many years, and I've been aware of him for a long time. One of the things that Russell crafted is he calls it, and you can look him up and YouTube it, it's called the perfect webinar. And he's come up with like a formula to doing the perfect webinar to sell people on the things that you offer. And the thing about the perfect webinar that I absolutely love is the idea that it's not a one and done situation. And here's where a lot of entrepreneurs fall short, right? They send out one email. They do one promotion. It's like you try something once, okay, it worked, or it didn't work, back to the drawing board. When he talks about the perfect webinar, it is something you do every other week. It is something that you do every month. It is something that you keep saying it in your sleep. You script it. You wake up. It's like you become a professional actor, and that it becomes second nature, and you keep working it and refining it until it's better. And that's the idea with the perfect $100 offer. It's not a random, well, one and done. Let me just put this together, try and pitch it, sell it. Okay, it's refining something until it is like fine wine, until the funnel is right, the package is right, the conversion is right, the target is right, the positioning is right, the messaging is right, and it flows for you. Does it mean you only have one? Not necessarily, but you work on finding at least one. Now, you're going to find inside of the portal, it's called the My One Challenge, because several years ago, I was watching this mini entrepreneur. He was a youngster, right, which out of the mouths of babes. He shared money. He shared the letters to money. He said if you move them around, you get two words, my one, right? When you figure out how to make money, finding that one thing that's going to work for you. Baby, that acronym stuck for me. And I love the idea of you finding your one, right? That thing that's going to create that sustainability for you, which is something that I'm hoping to work on with those of you who work with me in the community, right? Now, the post-Black Friday challenge is, okay, Black Friday ended, now what? Now what, right? There are so many entrepreneurs who they they live and die by Black Friday. Now, we all know that the last quarter, the holiday sales season, for a lot of entrepreneurs, they make more in that quarter than the entirety of the year. So for a lot of people, it's the big deal, right? But at the same time, for a lot of entrepreneurs, let's just keep it real, it's that kind of haunting thing where they either hope to get something out and don't, or they rush to get something out and you kind of half-ass it. Or, it's like some people are good at it. They got the flow. They know what they need to do, that rhythm, that revenue. And then others, right? It's either a flop or it's a fire, right? But when I think about working with entrepreneurs, because I have clarity calls on Wednesdays. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? So I do my calls with my clients. Ooh, I got to check in with the client before I wrap this up. But long story short, for the last couple of weeks, that's been like oh my God, LaShawn, I need to talk to you about my Black Friday offer. help me, right? And it's like, okay, you put all your hope, your eggs, your buckets, and your energy into this thing. What do you do after Black Friday, right? It's like, I don't know, right? So I worked on the post-Black Friday challenge. And think about it. There are so many other days that you can strategically promote stuff in your business, right? So let's talk about 5 days in particular, okay? Finish strong. The post-Black Friday 90-day action plan, okay? Now, some of these I'll put here. Some of them I'll mention them, but I won't necessarily put here because they're already gone, right? So after Black Friday, you have Small Business Saturday. That's gone, but it's a thing. So it doesn't mean that after Black Friday is done, you're lost. You have nothing to do. There's still other proactive days that you can promote and generate revenue, right? Then we have Cyber Monday, right? That was yesterday. Does anyone know what today is? What's today? I'm going to give you like a Jeopardy moment to see if anyone knows what promotional day today is. Feel free to drop that into the chat for me. If you do, I'm going to give you a minute or two. And you can say, I have no idea. You can be like, girl, I have no idea. The day after Cyber Monday, yes. Yes. Okay, somebody put it in there. I just saw somebody put it in there. Let me see who put it in there, by the way, so I can shout you out. Inger, yep, it is Giving Tuesday. It's Giving Tuesday. How many of you have heard about Giving Tuesday? You may have even seen a few people in your inbox. Excuse me. A few people in your inbox talk about Giving Tuesday. You may have seen some emails, right? Giving Tuesday, always the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday, global generosity movement, right? It was created back in 2012, as an antidote to the consumerism of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, right? So it's like, give me money, right? And then it's like, all right, let me do something positive. It's Giving Tuesday, right? Core idea, after the days of buying for yourself, today is about giving back, donating, supporting in some way, right? Me doing a pop-up today, I said, hey, it's Giving Tuesday, creating an opportunity that I can give something to my community, right? And people do Giving Tuesday in different ways. Now, let's talk about just this first one, right? Now, even though Cyber Monday is gone, right? Number one, you can do a Cyber Monday extension. I want you to keep in mind that you got your eyes open. Everybody who's selling to you means that, guess what? You can sell to your people too, okay? There are people who are like, yeah, I know Cyber Monday is gone. Here's my Cyber Monday extension. It's still going. It's still going, number one. Number two, Cyber Week. How many of you have seen people doing promotions where they're not just like, yeah, I'm doing a Cyber Monday promotion, which is known of. Some people are extending it to the entirety of a week, right? And they're like, listen, here's what I'm doing for the entirety of this week. I'm doing a Cyber Week promotion. I'll show that to you in a second. But that's something that you can do, right? Number two. Now, the next thing is, as I mentioned to you today, is Giving Tuesday, right? Now, I shared with my audience 2 things in the last 2 days. Number one is a sneak peek of ebook. So let me do ebook, free ebook sneak peek, free training, and then of course we have free community, right? I'll show you a couple of these things in a second. Now, first of all, depending upon where you are in the world, it's still Tuesday. So within the next couple of hours, you can definitely still give people something on Giving Tuesday, right? You are not without options. And I want you to think about the fact that there are a lot of actual moments within the next 90 days that you can strategically lean into offering something to your audience in some way, okay? So now I'm going to give you just a few of these, okay? I have a whole list. There is let me actually go over to, let's go back to my classroom real quick. Let's go to the premium portal. I did a video yesterday, but I also have in here the 90-day promo and profit plan, right? So Black Friday is a great day to offer mini bundles, coupons, flash sales. Then we've got Small Business Saturday. The Sunday, you can do soft sales. Then Cyber Monday. Then we've got Giving Tuesday. Then we've got the whole Cyber Week, okay? Now, this list goes all the way up until March, if I'm not mistaken. At least January, February. I think January, February, March. I think it either goes up to February, March, right? But it's like, here's what's going on. You don't need to, your holy grail, end all be all is you proactively needed to sell something on Black Friday, and then that feeling of proactivity goes away. Can we keep that energy, right? Can we keep that energy? So, number one, if you want to work on, okay, LaShonda, I'm going to work on doing something proactively in my business. Well, are you proactively selling something, whether it be to a segmented group, to individuals on social media this week, right? So a Cyber Monday versus a Cyber Week, a Giving Tuesday, you still have an opportunity to work on that at some point today, okay? Something else that you can consider that is independent of any day is having your own signature seasonal offer. So let me give you a few examples. Wow and Win Wednesday, CEO Day, Prime. So you all are aware of Prime Day, right? And Prime Day worked out so well for them, they started doing it twice a year. One second. Right? Amazon, they have their Prime thing. And, not only did they make their signature thing a thing, right? Amazon being like the biggest marketplace, right, online in the world, then so many people have either attached themselves to Prime Day in one way, shape, or form, and or other companies like Walmart have created their own competing campaigns when Prime Day arrives, because other people are like, I want to get in on this as well, right? It's like Amazon was like, why wait for Black Friday? We can make our own damn day, right? Well over a decade ago, I at one point dropped this thing called Wow and Win Wednesday. Don't necessarily do it all the time, but it is something that I've done periodically, where I'm like, I'm just going to do some crazy stuff today, okay? I'm going to do $1 deals. I'm going to do pay what you want. Whatever you want to put in there, just drop it in there. You know what I mean? I've taken my annual program, which starts at $1,000, right? And then it goes up to working with me directly, $6,000, $12,000, right? And I'm like, all right, well, you can get the focus level annual program, $300, right? that's been the lowest that I've done like the annual program. People, ooh, let me get that, right? Let me get in. One of my clients actually took that Wow and Win Wednesday opportunity and then signed up to, because I did a what did I call it? I think it was the Momentum Mid-Year Reset. And I don't normally open up my program in the middle of the year, but I had one person refer someone to me. And so I was like, okay, well, you can start in the middle of the year. So she started my program in August. Carol started in August. And then I had someone else say, hey, LaShonda, you know, I've been wanting to talk to you for a couple of months. Then I invited her to join the program, and she signed up to my Insider Circle back in August at the $5,000 level. And this was someone who took the opportunity to do a Wow and Win promotion with me. And when she signed up to my community a few months prior, she had invested $300. So she got in at a discounted rate, right? Because it was that, you know, here's this special thing. Like if you're doing a Prime Day, it's like, here, let me give you all these deals that normally don't exist, right? Crazy good deals. And I mentioned her because I can't remember the first thing that she bought from me, but I want to say it was somewhere between like $5 and $10. Like I need to go back and look at her purchase history, but like maybe like a year ago she got like something like super, super, super low ticket from me, and I want to say it was like $5 or something like that. But I mentioned her because when you work on creating a strategic offer, that same person who invested $5 or came into a program at a reduced rate for a couple of $100, she joined my inner circle at the $5,000 level for the annual program experience, can be that premium client for you when it comes to creating different levels of your offer, right? And creating signature seasonal campaigns. So Wow and Win Wednesday is one of them. Not something that I do all the time, like I said, but it has been something that I drop periodically. And then CEO Day. So my son is Christopher, and literally those are his initials. When I found out that I was a diabetic when I was pregnant. I had gestational diabetes, and I'm full-blown diabetic, right? And I was in the hospital for about a week or so. I had he was preemie. He was a tiny thing. So going to the hospital became my job. But at one point I was in the hospital for a while, and I was just like reading the Bible, and I was reading, and I was like, I want his middle name to be Eden. And I said to Jay, I want his middle name to be Eden. Jay's last name is Otley. So it's like, I need you to give me a first name with a C so his initials can be CEO, right? And so he said Christopher, and that was his first name. So Jay wanted to name him the Greatest Unknown, and I was like, I'm not naming my child the Greatest Unknown, Otley, so we're going to have to find something else. But CEO was a thing, and that stuck, right? So long story short, I've done for a couple of years, I've done a CEO Day. This year, the week of his birthday was chaotic in many ways, to say the least. So I didn't get to do a CEO Day promo this year, but it is an example of a signature seasonal offer that I put together. So, and I mean that 90-day action plan, baby, it is chef's kiss. There's a lot of detail in there, but I'm just trying to pull out a few noteworthy ones for you as far as this current week, or you just being creative. I don't know if any of you have crafted your own signature seasonal day, right? So that you are owning the fact that you don't necessarily have to wait for a particular special day to come around, because a lot of people, they whole heart, they whole chest, yes, is locked up in Black Friday. And, they feel bad because they missed it, or they regret not having enough stuff done ready for it, or all the things. There's just so many feelings that entrepreneurs have around that day. And I find that a lot of times when I work with people who are trying to get their online ish together, they're the same people who then drop the ball and then don't do anything at all after that point, right? When there are so many other days that you can strategically promote your business, okay? So if any of this is hitting for you, definitely let me know. Let me drop 2 more of these on you, okay? The next one that obviously you want to keep in mind is so it's the gift giving season. We've got Christmas, right? Major holiday. So creating a space where you can offer people Christmas gift giving packages, whether it is gift others or gift yourself, right? So as I say that, let me do something real quick. Let me go on over to sistersense.com/AI mastery sessions. All right. So as you can see here, this is my Cyber Week special. And am I doing AI trainings like this one in group? Absolutely. In person and virtually. But at the same time, I'm also doing one-on-one private sessions so that clients who are like, listen, I just need you to sit down and talk to me about how to get my AI world together, I can do that. So my Cyber Week is either getting 2 or 4 60-minute sessions where just you and I are sitting down and working on AI together. I invested a lot of money, thousands of dollars this year, into getting better at my AI skills. One of my trainings that I did was like a 2-day boot camp. It was like $2,000. I was like, listen, I'm going all in. I just need you to pour all of the AI into me, baby. And so I wanted to create an experience where outside of the group trainings that I did, clients could work with me independently, and a range of things. Being able to, and these are just some examples of AI digital products that I've been working on, both with clients, and some of these are my own. Being able to get better at creating your own clones, so like an AI version of you virtually that can, you can use for video content or to create content for you, creating digital products, creating your own custom GPTs. I want to say lots of fun stuff because, this stuff is really interesting. Being on the cusp of a new generation of technology and a new way to use digital content to grow your business. But anyway, this is a micro version of let's scroll down, some of the lovely ladies in my circle, Donia, Elizabeth, some testimonials. This is a micro version of my academy, right, which is my 1-year program. So, and these are some of the lovely ladies that came out and hung out with me a couple of months ago here in person. I did a 3-day AI build-a-thon here a few months ago. And so I mentioned this in particular because one of my brand messaging phrases is give yourself the gift of a year, right? And so this is my Tiny to Titan Academy. The last couple of years, my 1-year program is I've called it the insider circle. And because I'm now leaning towards AI, creating what I call tiny to tighten AI tools, I've branded it the Tiny to Tighten Academy, Tighten Academy for short. And the inner circle, the insider circle, all of that is just kind of baked into the program. But when it comes to the gift giving season, right, you could be someone who is like, listen, if you're working with individuals, this is something that you can gift to yourself, gift to your business. If you're working with, if you sell physical products or what have you, this is something that you can gift to your your besties, or, your spouse or whoever, right? It's the gift giving season. I have created service packages for clients who are like, listen, you come to me every couple of months because you need X, Y, or Z, right? Here, gift yourself this 10-hour, 20-hour, 30-hour retainer so that you have it to work with me in some capacity, right? So thinking about, okay, Black Friday is gone now. What Christmas promotions are you offering to your audience, right? Now, the last one that I'm going to add here as far as finish this year strong, start next year even stronger, is end of year / new year. Bundles, offers, opportunities. Let's go back to my Skool real quick. It's in here. There are quite a few things that I put in this portal. One of the things is one of my ebooks, Top 10 Perfect $100 Offer Ideas. Okay? So over the years, I've created several different $100 offers that have sold well for me, right? One of them is the digital product bundle. And the first bundle that I built for $100 was my Black Business Starter Kit like 15 plus years ago. And I was excited because I was doing a thing. I called myself the LPP queen back then, like the low price point product is that what I like to create, LPPs, low price point products. $7, $27, those are my digital products. And I was like, well, I want to start making more money. So one of the things that I created, and this is 13 chapters in here. This is now, let me say this. This is like new level of ebooks for me. Traditional ebooks are PDFs, right? Traditional book, physical, digital book, PDF, right? I've been creating these apps where literally you can just read the whole thing online. This is the ebook. It's online. And I've been teaching clients how to create these using AI, right? Whether you just have your own content and put it into something online, or you have AI write it for you. And so this is an example of one of my ebooks that I put together, right? And I got several different types of offers in here. But let's come back here. I talk about the Black Business Starter Kit because that was my first $100 offer, and I basically sat down and thought about the last 20 years and like the top 10 $100 offers that I put together to kind of give you all inspiration. And I had launched it at the end of the year because I took, all that year I was creating all these ebooks and things, all these different audios and videos, and I just took all those mini projects and put it into something. So that's something that you can think about as well. You want to finish this year strong. Think about how you probably have worked on a lot of things throughout the year. The last couple of years, I've been selling something called my Everything Bundle. And it's like, look, the everything that I did this year, here. It is the Everything Bundle. And it's like thousands of dollars worth of stuff because it's stuff that I teach and sell throughout the year. So for me, when I think about it, is on one hand, give yourself the gift of a year here, or give yourself the gift of fill in the blank. what are you going to offer people or say, yeah, here, invest in this as something that you're doing for yourself or you're doing for your loved ones, number one, right? Number two, if you think about this idea of doing one thing strategically every day, every week, every month, by the end of the year, you have your own digital empire of assets that you can monetize in different ways. And whether you create an end-of-year offer, taking the best of what you've put together, or you create a new year experience, it's up to you. But those are some things that you can strategically promote to work on your revenue, right? Now, like I said, there are a lot of mainstream days between now and the end of February going into the March. So the post-Black Friday 90-day plan, when it comes to proactively promoting, working on your progress and your profits, that's inside that premium portal for you. But today, what I wanted to do was to give you some clarity on a few pieces that might be helpful to you. So those of you who are here, any of these that you knew you automatically were working towards or might be something that you want to lean towards now, feel free to drop into the chat and let me know, just out of curiosity, if any of these are helpful to you. Now, this being a pop-up for today, okay? This being a pop-up for today, I'll probably do one more part of the Finish Strong, Start Strong. This, by the way, is, if I'm being honest, I've been doing Finish Strong, Start Stronger for at least 5 years now, if not longer, as far as like a part of things that I do seasonally. I like to end the year with Finish Strong. I start the new year with Fire Start Your Year. Then my 4 main ones are quarter 1, Fire Start Your Year, quarter 2, Spring into Action, quarter 3, Content to Cash Flow, quarter 4, Print Your Profits. And then I have other branded ones like the Mid-Year Reset and Finish Strong that I have at certain times of the year. And that kind of goes into signature seasonal offers. So those of you who are working with me, and by the way, this is the time of year where I open up my 1-year program. This year, I didn't make it like a huge campaign, but like I said, just kind of with referrals and interest, I had 2 people sign up in August. But normally I open up my 1-year program now, and I keep it open until January, then I close it, right? Just giving people an opportunity to sign up now. And the cool thing about signing up now is because you get extra months working with me. You get, like, depending upon, some people sign, like the ladies at my circle who came out to my in-person event were the first people who signed up to my academy, just extending working with me this year to next year. So whether it be 2 to 3 months of bonus time, because then you get that plus the entirety of the new year. If you did want to learn about my 1-year program, it is here. I think I mentioned that. Yeah. When you go to this page, which is learning about the AI Mastery, sistersense.com/AIMS for AI Mastery. These you can work on with me privately, and this is what's happening right now. So if you wanted to get anywhere between 2 to 4 one-on-one calls with me, so we're just working on your AI skills, working on AI projects, like if you want to build your AI clone, AI digital product, you want to build sales pages using AI, things that you want to try but you don't necessarily want to do another course or program. You just kind of want to have somebody help you work on these things one-on-one. These are some things that we can do together. But outside of this Cyber Week promotion, if you wanted to work with me for the entirety of the year in the Academy, then you can learn more about the Academy, the 1-year program, okay? And that's giving you the opportunity to work with me privately and get month-by-month support. So I'm helping my clients pretty much every month with their projects and outside of the group trainings and things that I do with you guys. So it's a combination of done for you and done with you support beyond the trainings that you see me do throughout the year. Any questions about that, again, feel free to check in with me. I had so much fun, by the way, hosting this training a few months ago, and the photos were just popping. So I just, took quite a few of the photos from that, and just I've been integrating them into the different pages and projects that I've been working on recently. These pages that you're seeing, by the way, are pages that I've built with AI. And so, like, I'm a web designer. I've been manually creating pages for years. AI is like, not anymore. I'm like, okay, I need you to create a sales page. I need you to put this at the top. I need you to put this at the bottom. Speaking of that, let me show you. EI minutes, yeah. How many of you have Canva? Let me know if you have Canva. I built this sales page with Canva. And I said, Canva, this is what I want. And I was able to build this sales page. So this is something that would be like, if you wanted to work privately with me, I could show you how to use Canva to build products or sales pages or whatever, and or other platforms that are helpful. But point being, and I'm really happy about this, I'm turning this into like a template so I can give to my clients, and they can just basically put in what they're trying to sell, where they want people to go, and then have AI. AI wrote all of it for me, designed all of it for me, and I basically gave it instructions to set this thing up the way I wanted it to be, right? Let me jump into the chat. It's been a minute. I do see some comments. So let me say one thing before I lose my train of thought, and then I'm going to go into the comments. If you all have questions or comments, please drop those into the chat. 1 second, quick power pause. Okay, so strategically thinking about whether you're going to come up with your own signature seasonal offers, right? That's number one. Number two, that is also something that I can help you with. I help clients come up with their programs, their frameworks, their signature offers, the branding of it, the messaging of it, if that's something that you need support around. That's something that I can do with you inside of the academy, right? So right now, Erica is working on, I can actually show you some of the pages that I've worked on for Erica, because we are starting her website rebuild. I am Erica Lynn Speaks. So right now, I just have a very simple, clean landing page as we're building the redesigned website. I had built a website for her maybe about 3 years ago, and then she kind of pivoted and changed directions, and she's like, okay, LaShonda, I'm ready for something new. And I was like, okay, I got you. And then she was like, okay, I need this, this, this. I was like, you might as well just join the academy, because all the stuff that you need, we can work on throughout the year. So she joined the academy as well. I think it is it home or welcome? Okay, yeah. So, and this is me building manually. I'm not building her website with AI, but, it doesn't hurt to have multiple skills. But she's got her photo shoot done, so we're working on creating this content, and this is just kind of the first 3 sections. This is going to have about, I don't know, I think somewhere between 8 to 12 sections on this home page, but just focusing on the redesign of it for now. So helping clients with website redesigns, sales pages, creating their digital products. Like those who work with me either 6 months or 12 months in the academy on a more deeper level, these are the kind of things that I kind of help support them around. And so with that being said, one of the things that I want to encourage you to do is to think about the fact that, don't be discouraged whether your Black Friday was a fire or if it was a flop, it worked or it did not. That it's not the end all be all. There's just so much more that you can do when it comes to your business, when it comes to your revenue. It's just a matter of how proactive are you, right? So these are just a few days to keep in mind. Those of you who are in the community, the Skool Community 1K Weekend Warriors is free to join and participate in. And when you get your first 5 points and you unlock level 2, you'll be able to unlock access to, and I'm adding, it's a new community, so I'm adding things, but you automatically should have access to the Start Smart and the My One Challenge. When you get your first 5 points and unlock level 2, you'll get your free tools, and I'm adding new free tools as I go. And then if you sign up to the monthly, which is currently at a reduced rate, you have the opportunity to unlock the premium portal, and it's got all the goodies in there that I want to share with you, including the Cashflow Clarity Kit that I showed you today, and the perfect my top 10 perfect $100 offers, that's in there as well, that ebook, and the 90-day post Black Friday action plan. Those are just a few things that are in there. Oh, okay. I said I wanted to not forget my train of thought and then check in with you guys via the chat. You made the sales page in Canva? Yes, I did. I've made a few sales pages using Canva AI, right? And there you can use Canva AI to do a lot of different things, okay? So I'm going to show you 3 things. So thing 1, you can use Canva AI to create pages. And this is, I did a YouTube video, right? This video actually is AI, which is so crazy. Let me show you the video. Interactive ebooks, digital products that you can create in minutes, not months, using AI. If this sounds like something... Oh, wait, no, not this one is not the AI one. This is an example of one interactive ebook my client Levon created using AI. This one is not the AI one. I'll talk about that separately because I'm going to go off track. But anyway, I added a link to a video, and I created this sales page to sell my easy ebook generator. I'll show you that in a second. And then I connected it to, you can either just get the generator or you can get my build kit, 27 versus 97. And when you click, you go to the checkout page, which I built in Samcart, and you can purchase one or the other, 27 versus 97, right? This page itself I built out in Canva. Another thing that you can build in Canva, you can build different types of digital offers, right? So my easy ebook generator, I use it to build ebooks, and I gave it to clients so they can build their ebooks. So in this video, I actually walked through creating an ebook, and I'll show you that one. It was called 10-minute ebook. Okay, so this is an interactive ebook. Like I said, it's not like a traditional ebook in the sense that it's not a PDF. And I told Canva AI what I wanted it to write, and it wrote it for me. I'm actually going to tweak it because I wanted to make some changes to it, so I can do this, and it wrote the whole ebook to me. Wrote it for me. Now, I've done ebooks in two different ways. The other one that I showed you a few minutes ago, that ebook, I wrote it and then put it into my interactive PDF format. This one, I had AI write it for me on the fly and create this page for me in about 10 minutes, right? Once I used my generator, and the generator, by the way, let me go back to the Skool. There are lots of things in the Skool, y'all. So if I go back to the premium portal, if you look at Easy Ebook Generator, there's a video that explains how it works. And then there's information in this page on, I don't want to scroll too far because I don't know if any links are visible that I'm not trying to show on the screen right now. But in here, there's the link to go and get the generator and use it. So you just answer a couple of questions about the kind of ebook you want to write. You get a prompt. You put it into Canva. It creates your ebook. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You could buy it for $27, or you could just upgrade to premium inside of the Skool community, and there you go. So I'm going to be updating this one, but this was the build, me just taking the prompt I got, putting it into Canva, and it built this out for me, right? So sales pages, ebooks, these are just two examples. Another example, and this is my absolute favorite, is this directory of ideas, kind of like an idea bank. And I've been coming up with all of these different types of tools. I said, let me give you all the kinds of tools you can create, right? You can create assessments, books, calculators, challenges, generators, games, trackers. And when you go to the actual ideas list, you can see different types of ideas. Now, this actually is 250 ideas in here across 25 niches. When you come here, though, you see 5 of the 25, and then you can unlock all 250, all 25 categories with a key that I put in here that clients purchase and they unlock. So this particular one, this is built in Canva. I built this in Canva. It's an app. And excuse me, sorry, I'm a little congested today. But if you know me, you know my sinuses are always messing with me. I built this in Canva, and I wanted to show clients that there are other platforms you can use to build on, but this really has a lot of potential, and most of us have Canva. You can use my tools like my ebook generator or my app builder, answer some questions. It will give you the prompt. You put it in. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So those are just 3 examples: sales pages, ebooks, and these little mini directories that you can build. And then my clients have been working on different projects as well. So I've been working on stuff with clients, whether they come out to my in-person events. They built some really cool stuff at my in-person events back in October, and the next one is coming up in January. I'm just trying to think where to go. This one has examples on it, right? Yeah. These are like just some examples of things that the ladies have built. Cynthia's meal plan. These are all built in Canva. Liana's wellness library for her clients. It's like an onboarding client portal so they can get things like her detox and what have you. These are all things that they built out while they were working with me that weekend. Tiffany built several things for her brand, relationships on the go, quizzes, books, etc. Once you start building, it's like chips. Can't stop. But let me see here. Let's see. I missed Black Friday. We could not get it out. I'm still going to sell it for Cyber Monday week. It's a few digital products. Okay, good. So the thing about it for me is like the concept of the perfect $100 offer is you create something, you tweak, and you refine it. So even if you missed Black Friday, work on it Cyber Week, right? And then keep working on it, right? You got your end of year holiday promotions, your Christmas, your New Year. Then you go into the New Year, and then you've got other opportunities there, right, to keep working and refining it. And the idea here, I like that too. Awesome. The idea here is that Travel Tuesday, yeah, having a Travel Tuesday, if you know traveling is the thing that you do, kind of creating branded, a signature branded days makes sense, right? Um, the thing about it is you're not just creating new stuff all the time. And that's the thing. A lot of people are always creating new stuff all the time. A lot of what I do, honestly, is just retweaking, refining, and in some cases I don't change the branding, but and branding things that I've built for years, right? Tweaking, branding, and working on things that I have built for years. So that is for me the key. That's for me the key. Now, there are several other things that I want to share with you. I don't want y'all on here forever, though. Let me know if you want me to do one more. I'll probably do another pop-up this week, like a part 2 of Finish Strong, Start Stronger. If you want to stick around and have me do one more section, I can. If you have any questions about what we did so far, otherwise I will send you guys an email pop-up notification for part 2. But I won't do everything because I don't want y'all on here forever. Maybe another 20, 30 minutes. If you're good and if you want to say keep going, I'll do one more section. But just so far, just to kind of get everybody up to speed, especially if you came in on the tail end of things, my top 3 priorities in this conversation so far has been get really strategic and intentional about what you're doing in your business, especially when it comes to the next 100 days starting today, right? I don't care about the first of the month, the third of the month, the second Thursday. I care about you being proactive starting today and identifying the things that your priorities that matter to you, number 1. In there, integrating that perfect $100 offer, number 2. Strategically doing at least one thing each day that can work for you, and realizing that Black Friday isn't the end all be all. Okay? There are other promotions, other holiday sales days, or even you creating your own signature sales days that you can work through. Okay? That was one of the first things that I wanted to share with you. 3 check-in challenges. Number 1, breaking down the post-Black Friday opportunities for you. Number 2. I saw somebody say keep cooking, so that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep cooking for you. One of the things that I wanted to be able to do is offer you, and I feel like I'm all about leading by example, right? So offering you opportunities to see what I'm doing, and from those examples, pull out what could potentially work for you and also work for your community. So I'm just going to do this one, and then the other ones. I love your tenacity and consistency. Oh, thank you. We are long overdue for a call. I haven't spoken to you like privately like in so long. Oh, but I do get to see your Instagram videos. I'm like, yay, rocking it out on Instagram and LinkedIn as always. I'm going to share this last section and then resist the temptation of doing any more for today, okay? Because I was like, yeah, I'm going to do like 6 of these. 2 hours later, I'm like, yeah, no, I need to go to sleep. But okay, finish strong. Here is the next conversation that I want to have with you is around So, baby, it's the AI mastery for me, right? I've invested thousands of dollars and thousands of hours into this world of AI. Literally, it got so bad when I was building my first, the Digital Business Builder Toolkit, my first app. Like, I literally, like, was dreaming of conversations with ChatGPT. Like, literally, and it's happened to me multiple times where I'm like giving it prompts and instructions like in my dreams. That's how deep the AI mastery has been for me. So one of the things that I wanted to do is to check in with you around AI tools and AI profit potential. Like, where's the money coming from? Or what tools am I using? Because at the end of the day, like, I see people go online and they're like, here are the top 300 tools. And I'm like, I know you a liar. You are a liar because I don't got no time to be looking at 300 AI tools. I don't know about you. But, baby, that is not the win for me. There are not enough hours in the day for me to do that, okay? Me deep diving, mastering a tool, yes. Me obsessing over 300 tools, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not going to happen. So what I want to do is just give you a short list of some of the ones that I've really been leaning into, okay? And as I'm doing that, feel free to share your tools or just take this opportunity to be conscious of the ones that work really well for you. So number one, as you can tell, ChatGPT. Literally, I have a mastermind called ChatGPT Like Me because there are just so many unique ways that I use this particular AI tool, and I've been building on it for a while now. So I'm going to talk about a couple of those things. Number one is using ChatGPT for clarity, obviously. Being able to say, hey, I'm trying to figure out this, brain dump it, you make sense of it, and make it clean for me, number one. Number two, for teaching. So I literally have created a lot of trainings where I'm like, okay, here, we're going to do this inside of ChatGPT. So there are a lot of my trainings like this one where I go in the platform and work through things and do that with you real time coaching. I have done a lot of, I call it co-coaching sessions with ChatGPT, where I offer my clients clarity, go and review some of the things that they are doing inside of ChatGPT as well, so that they can get a dual perspective on what they are working through. Custom GPTs. How many of you are familiar with custom GPTs or have created them? Long story short, custom GPTs are like special. They feel like their own little mini apps, to be honest with you. Like, they focus on special, unique things. So let me give you a visual for those of you who may not be kind of like up to speed on that. Let me close and come back in. Okay. Okay, so you know, you go to ChatGPT, you go in here and you talk, blah, 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 all the things, right? Now, they have a library. Oh, well, no, library. These are, you can do graphics. I used to use Midjourney a lot to create graphics. You can, use ChatGPT to create graphics, right? But let's go into GPTs. They have, you can find, these are just like custom special things. Like, you can use Canva with ChatGPT, right? You can see you can use Expedia with ChatGPT. I've got one called Write for Me. I didn't create it, but interesting. Another one that I found that I was using, AI Architect. These, you could just search and find interesting topics. People have created GPTs around that particular niche topic. So these two here, the Tiny Tool App Builder, that's a GPT I created so that you can go through a series of questions, right? And then it will help you build your tool. It'll give you instructions to give to Canva AI, and then it'll make the tool for you. Another one I created was called Get Unstuck with CC. You can come in here and go through a coaching session. I've been saying to clients, like, if you can't ask me, ask CC. CC stands for Clarity Coach, where literally you can come in here. Let's say you want to do a guided clarity session, right? And then let me just put my name in. What's today's date? Tuesday, December 2nd. Got it. All right. So I have a ton of different types of conversations that you can have with CC. Guided clarity, cash flow clarity, daily clarity, business clarity. I'm going to just say cash flow clarity real quick. Cash flow clarity. All right. So cash flow clarity helps you exactly where your revenue is stuck. Do you want to start a session, learn more? I want to start a session. I'm not going to do a full session. I'm just kind of showing you what I created. And I've built it so that clients could work through specific things that I wanted them to work on. So there are different types of prompts that I've developed. Catalyst is, I gave you all, if you check your email, I gave you a free Catalyst prompt this week. So there are a couple of these in here. Blind spots, focus filter, profit path. The profit path prompt is the one that I gave you guys as part of my Giving Tuesday. I shared that yesterday. So do you want to do mini session or full session? Mini session. Question 1. Using what you already have, your audience, your skills, what's the fastest thing you could sell or promote in the next 90 days? So this is going through a series of questions to help you gain clarity, insight, feedback. It's a full-blown coaching session, okay? So this CC is about clarity coaching when it comes to your business, your products, your goals, your sales, your marketing. Like, I put my foot in this thing. I took several, I want to say weeks, but actually it was more than weeks, probably about 2+ months really refining it. And I'm still working on it because there are some new things that I want to add to it. And the same thing with the builder. So why am I mentioning that? Because when it comes to tools, I've been using ChatGPT on so many different levels. Business clarity personally, but then integrating it into my virtual teaching, into private coaching sessions, into creating GPTs. Now, you can create these little GPTs and either give them away for free, put them in the GPT library, or you could sell them. And I've been selling them. I've been giving them to clients. And like I said, I'm doing the AI Mastery Coaching Program now so that you can one-on-one work with me. I can help you create a GPT. And you don't have to take a course with me to learn how to do the GPT. You can sit down with me, work with me privately, 1, 2, 3, 4 sessions, and I'll help you put your GPT together, right? But the idea here is there are a lot of AI platforms out there. I just don't want to learn all of them, and I'm not going to. Now, you can create GPTs on other platforms. Claude is another one. Gemini is another one, and they have their own GPTs setups as well, which is pretty cool. So my GPTs live in ChatGPT, but I will be building the same ones on those other platforms because some of my clients are like, I don't really like ChatGPT. I prefer Claude. I'm going to be doing some work on Gemini. I honestly don't use Gemini that much. Considering that I'm a Gemini, I find that to be hilarious. But ChatGPT is a big part of my offer stack. And so going into the new year in my academy, I'll be spending a lot of time teaching clients AI mastery. It's not going anywhere. And learning how to use it for your business, baby, is going to be such the key. Like it's changing everything when it comes to creating digital marketing businesses. So ChatGPT number one, Canva AI number two. Canva AI can be used for many things, right? I'm not going to talk about all the things you can do with Canva AI. I'm just going to be talking about what I use Canva AI for. Number one, to create no code custom apps. That's the big thing. Like what I just showed you, me creating my idea directory, building that with Canva AI, creating sales pages, right? Number two, for me, creating, how would I describe this? Training and tools, I guess the best way. So creating training and tools around how to use Canva AI. So not only am I building apps and sales pages for myself in my business, I'm teaching other people how to do the same thing, if that makes sense, right? So that's a big one for me. Another one for me is Lovable. Don't know if you're familiar with that platform, but same thing. Lovable is for apps and tools. I actually was working in Lovable before I started working in Canva. My digital business builder toolkit is built in Lovable. Lovable is a more advanced AI for building tools and applications. I have not decided to, if and when I would teach people how to use Lovable beyond working with private clients on their own Lovable projects. I want to focus on Canva because most people have it and it's probably easier to use, but more complex apps that you want to build, Lovable is a solid platform to build on. So for me, another one that is going to be a game changer for me is the Google AI Pro. So if you have a Gmail account, right, you have Google, and if you have used a lot of your memory, you probably, like me, had to upgrade data usage, right? Then when they created all of these AI tools, they created, if you go to one.google.com/plans, and that's if you have a Gmail account, right? They've created all of these new plans. The Google AI Pro plan gives you access to Gemini, which is their version of ChatGPT, right? Gemini for Gmail, which, baby, ooh, I like that thing. I like that thing. And then it also gives you access to several other AI workflow tools that I am going to be doing individual trainings on. I don't want to go into all of them today because I don't want your head to spin, okay? Other than saying this, you know how like with Google, it has a suite where you can use, Microsoft has its own suite, right? And prior to me becoming a Google girl, I was like PowerPoint, Excel, Microsoft Word. Like that's how I lived, right? And then I got a Chromebook, and my whole world changed because you can't put software on Chromebooks. So it became, instead of using Microsoft Word, I was using Google Docs. Instead of Excel sheets, instead of PowerPoint, Google Slides. Like I just switched everything over to the Google world, right? Then I got Google Workspace and all the things. Google has a suite of AI tools. So there are so many things that you can use it for, and it's a powerhouse. So I want to say last year, the year before last, when it came to creating AI graphics for my projects, for branding, for books, Mid-Journey was it for me. I hear something. Hold on one second. What is that? Of course, now I can't hear it anymore. Okay. But now you can create some amazing AI images using ChatGPT, using Canva, and also using Gemini. So um, I have to honorable mention Midjourney. I just don't use it as much anymore. Um, Another one for me that I am leaning into, well, I'm not going to say that it's new. I'm just using it more. I've been paying for it for like for like a year now. Descript for editing content, audios, videos, transcript. My biggest thing with Descript is you can create videos with it. I've honestly been really leaning into AI transcription. There are several platforms where you can get your content transcribed. And if you don't understand, I've been doing this for 20 years, right? There used to be I want to say like Dragonfly. There used to be old school software that you have to spend hundreds of dollars to get basic transcription. Now it's like everything transcribes everything for you with ease. And that's just been really a game changer for me. Being able to have my audio and video content transcribed. I did my audiobook Break Up with Broke. I sat there, recorded it for about 2-3 hours, and then put it in Descript, and it literally transcribed the whole thing for me. And I was able to create a text version of my audio content. Descript is so much more than that, but those are some of the things that I've been using that particular platform for. And one of the things that I've been leaning into as well is outside of creating digital products and tools, teaching other people how to use AI. I have been leaning into creating my own AI clone. And I'll show you that real quick because I think I'll stop there at the AI clone and then come back to these things another day, okay? But I just kind of wanted to give you like, this is just, when people say, what are the tools that you use to make money? What are your CRMs? Blah, blah, blah. Like my business kit is real simple. Like I use Kit for email. I use Acuity for, people booking calls with me. I use Samcart for my sales pages. I use Google and Canva. Like, if I were to give you like and let me just, I'm going to put it right here, like my super simple business tech tools kit, as I just said to you, Kit, Canva, Samcart, Acuity, Google Workspace. Like, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff online. And do I have accounts to other things? I do, but for the most part, this is where my money is coming from. You know what I mean? Like, if I were to say, what are maybe a few other things that might be on this list? Well, right now, I'm doing a webinar with you guys, so I use Start Meeting quite a bit. I don't really use Zoom unless it's somebody else's Zoom. I really don't use Zoom that much. But these are the things that you'll find me using pretty much every week consistently, right? And for me, this is like maintaining less than a couple of $100, email list, branded products, client booking calls, taking money, from sales, or not taking, but processing money from, client purchases, Google Workspace, everything, right? Email, like I said, Google Sheets, slides, all of it. If you have questions or you're trying to build out your business tech stack, you certainly are welcome to ask me. Courses, where I put my courses, YouTube. All my videos live on YouTube, and then I build them out into Samcart has a section for courses, so I don't use like Kajabi because it's built into my Samcart. Like I said, there may be a few others, but to be honest with you, like this is the top five for me, right? So my goal, and I won't put descriptions in here just in the interest of time, but my goal is, whether I'm working with you individually or within the community, is to help you work on a couple of, and I said that was the last one, but this one I definitely love to talk about. My STR framework. Work on the following STRs. Strip down, streamline, structure. Where are you missing the essentials? So what does this mean? Strip down. I don't like wasting money. So of all the stuff that you have, clean up house, strip down to the essentials of what's really going to move your business forward. So in this conversation, just sharing with you, when it comes to my business, the AI tools, that of all the AI tools, are like the top ones for me. And there are a few that I'm integrating into the new year. I'll save that for a separate conversation so I don't overwhelm you for today, but it's not a huge list. Like literally, I'm not looking to give you a list of 100 AI tools. I just don't play that way, okay? Number one. Number two, I have been, the foundation of my business has been built on handfuls. Is it my, I wonder if it's, I'm like hearing a sound, a whistle. I'm wondering if it's my sinus. I'm like, what is that sound? Um, I've maintained my business with a handful of low cost tools that are high converting, high performing for me, right? And so when it comes to building your business strategically, I have many frameworks. STRs is one of them. I've been teaching this one for several years. Strip down. You probably are spending a lot of money on things that either you don't know how to use or you don't use to their full capacity. Maybe strip down for simplicity and for budget purposes. In this economy, you don't need to be spending money on things that ain't making you money. Just keeping it real. Number one. Number two, streamline. Streamline your processes so that they work fluidly for you, right? So that there's like a flow to what you do, right? So, for example, I think about, for example, I'm trying to give you like a good one, like scheduling calls with me, right? I have a streamlined process where you sign up, you activate your calls, you get my conference line details, you get a reminder of your call, you meet me on the call. Like, it's streamlined. So there's a flow to it, and I work through that streamlined flow, right, consistently. There are things that you feel like are disjointed, disorganized. You have to work on streamlining processes so that they work for you. Another streamlined process for me is how I run my webinars. It's a rhythm to it. Like, I literally can be like, I'm going to do a webinar today and come on here and share. And hopefully you can tell me if this was like a complete waste of your time or you felt like this was helpful to you. But I've streamlined my process to know what I'm going to send out in my email consistently, what I'm going to do, whether I am going to do slides, because let's come here real quick, right? Let's go to Canva real quick. What did I close? I closed something by accident. Didn't mean to do that. This is Canva, right? I have a template. I have many templates that my clients have access to. This is one of them. And then I switch out the cover graphics, but like, let me click on this real quick, right? If I go through these things here, right? These are different slides that I have. I switch out the content, but I've streamlined the process to the point that it's easy for me to, within, on average, like 15 to 20 minutes, make a copy of one of my presentations, change the cover graphic, um, change the content in the slides, hit record, because I've created a streamlined process, right? Download the recording, upload it to YouTube. I give you a playlist with all the recordings. If it's like 12 weeks or if it's like a 3-day thing, I have streamlined it, right? And for some of you, you feel like you're lost or you're disorganized or things take you forever because you haven't put together a rhythm that works for you. What are you missing? And then structure. Structure, like you having a particular way that you have put your stuff together. So, for example, the structure helps with streamlining, right? So, for example, how I structure my slide presentations. If I feel like I want to do slides, great. If I don't, I have this. Many times you'll see me do trainings where I have this same document. I literally change the graphic. I'll come in here, and if I don't have slides where I'm giving you 6 bullets per slide, because all of my slides have a title and 6 bullets, then I'm doing this where real time, I'm going to talk you through what I need to teach you. It's all in my mind. I've already mapped it out, and then I can just come in here and fill in the content as I go. And as I'm teaching it to you, all I needed to do was create my cover graphic. I know, like I said, there's actually more that I want to teach you today, but I don't want you to be on here forever, so I'm going to stop after this point, right? But I'm just filling it out as I go. Once I'm done, I'm going to give you these worksheets. I give you the replay, but this document is structured. When you get to the end of the document, it has, let's go, some standard pages like this one. There are links. How do you learn about my next in-person event is in January. How do you work with me? How do you get clarity calls? Do you want me to do web design for you, done for you support? Do you want to, get into my annual program? Do you want to learn about my academy? These resources are in here. There's structure to how this document is put together. All I got to do is make a copy, edit the content, and I'm off to the races, right? If you want to, finish this year strong and start next year stronger, whether it's working with me, working by yourself, working with ChatGPT, working with somebody for accountability, baby, fixing your business or making it better than it already is requires you to, especially if you feel like you're an overwhelmed person, how can you make this thing easier for you? And for me, that's where the STRs come in. Structure, strip down, streamline, right? Cut the fat. What can you strip down so that it's more cost effective for you and or it's just practical for you because you're not using all the things. You have a few things that you're using strategically, right? Streamline so that whether you're using automation or not, even if you're not using automation, you just have processes that they work. And the thing about it is, you go, well, I don't know where I need these STRs. You do. What is painful for you? What takes you forever? What are you? It's like you're new to it, so you've not done it a lot. So you're still kind of like rough around the edges, and you're still trying to figure things out. Those are where your STR spots are that need to be worked on and fixed. Because when you got a flow, it's like doing it with your eyes closed. It works for you clockwork style, right? And that helps you with that strengthening muscle. So literally, I do have a calendar of activities that I do regularly. Like I said, my January event is MLK weekend. The suite is booked. Ladies are already coming. If you want to register, feel free to check in with me. I'll give you the sales page and all the details, right? If you're in the academy, you get either 1 or 2 in-person events as part of that package. And all of that is structured. And the sign-up process is streamlined because I have a rhythm to it, right? Knowing that I'm going to do Fire Start Your Year in January, Spring into Action into July, the structure is there, right? If you feel like you need support around figuring that out, I can help you with that. But that also makes you stronger moving forward because it helps alleviate feelings of confusion, overwhelm, feeling lost, or feeling all over the place. Okay? If that makes any sense. So let me know if you have any final questions or comments for me because, baby, the fact that I did this pop-up today is just divine right timing. The fact that y'all are here, whether you're listening live or on the replay side, is just perfect, sweet spot for me. But at the end of the day, whatever year I do this, the key is always how can I, in some sort of clear, simple way, help you sift through all the things that you can do to figure out what really is going to move the needle for you, right? And hopefully I did that today in a way that doesn't feel terribly overwhelming. If I were to wrap up and sum up this thing in something clean and in a bow before we go, it is just your 100 days. Figure out your TP3, your top priority 3 task. What you may not know all the things you want to do every single day, but just leading with intention, finding a way to do at least one thing daily. The Weekend Warriors community is where I want to support you in that journey. Thinking about the tools and resources that you currently use and or want to use, and basically where you feel like there are holes and you need clarity and support. Could be working on your framework, your structure, your organization. Could be working with AI, especially when it comes to AI and monetization, where you want to see a noticeable transformation in your business, gaining that clarity. Now, I did create the sneak peek for my $1 million clarity code guide, and I did send that to you guys via email, so hopefully you have it. I'll make sure that I put that with these replays, but those of you who are in the community have the full document. In the premium portal, the full ebook. And this is what I call traditional, right? So this is an ebook, traditional PDF. The full ebook is like 63 or 64 pages. Then this sneak peek is 20 pages. I will go through the prompts that I have in here, the freebie version for you. Check your email because I think there's like an email that I sent out this week is like, here's my number one prompt. It's in the sneak peek, so you can download it, okay? Other than that, it will be with the replays in the community. And I will, when I do part 2 of Finish Strong, Start Stronger, have some power prompts to work on with you, plus a few other things that I want us to be able to do when it comes to mapping out your goals, your projects, and, of course, moving forward in your business with strategy and intention. So already, y'all, thank you so much for joining me and or on the replays side. I'm going to do a last call just to check the chat and see if you have any final questions or comments for me. But hopefully this session, like I said, has been helpful to you. And I will definitely work on another follow-up to this one, part 2. So as always, my dears, thank you so much for joining me live and or on the replays side. Go forth now and create your amazing. Till next time, take care. Mwah.